We have Foil Rack Friday. How about Mad Monday? Because today I want to talk about a subject that has been back and forth. It's been here now for years and years, and that is the Amazon and Games Workshop show TV saga. Every single December for the past 4 years, maybe 3 years, they've always put a statement out. There's always been an announcement about Amazon and Games Workshop. The last one was like they're moving forward with a project and it should be happening. We should be seeing something very, very soon. Fast forward a year, right? To this December, we haven't really heard that much. We've heard a few things back in here. Henry's done a few little interviews talking about like he wants to be truthful to the world. He wants to make it the best it can be, etc. But nothing really big, nothing really massive. And this is where it comes to now, the big show that is happening this Thursday, the Game Awards, because I've been hearing some rumors about Amazon and Games Workshop potentially being at that show. Now, you're probably going to ask, why the Game Awards show? Why would they announce something there? Because this year, the Game Awards show, for the first time, is going to be streaming on Amazon Prime. And some of the rumors that I've heard is because it's on Amazon Prime have paid them a lot of money to advertise their product, Amazon Prime Video. And on there, they're going to be showing some new trailers of some new shows, some new announcements of some new shows, etc., etc. And one of the rumors at the moment is that potentially it could be this Amazon show. There's actually a rumor that maybe Clive Standen, the guy who played, of course, Titus in the Secret Level, and of course voice acted him in the Space Marine 2 game. Well, he voice acted him in both things. He did play him. He played him as the mocap in Space Marine 2. So yes, he did play him technically. But there's a rumor going around that maybe one or both of those actors are going to be there, and that's where the announcement's got to come from. Again, this is just a pure rumor at this point, but if that was to happen, that would be absolutely amazing, because of course the big talking point at this moment for the Game Awards show is the announcement of the Total War Warhammer 40,000 game. There's not really any talk about the Amazon stuff going out at the moment, so if they pulled this out the hat, that could be an absolutely like left hook to the chin, big knockout announcement, which would put us all on the deck. But if it doesn't get shown off at the Game Awards, if there's no announcement at the Game Awards, then my personal opinion, my personal theory is that we will get an article posted over on the Warcom website for Games Workshop. I think Henry will go to Instagram and he'll post some stuff. If I'm not mistaken, he's actually recovering from an injury he suffered on the set of Highlander. He posted something over on Instagram. I'll put the image in the background. If you actually look in the background, he's got a Leviathan box set. I was like, hey, look at that Leviathan box set in the background. He's also got like a 40k Horus Heresy 2.0. Is it 2.0 or 3.0 rulebook on his table as well? So he's definitely still involved in this. I know there's a lot of like, oh, Valrak, it's Amazon. Look what they did to the Rings of Power. Look what they did to this show, etc. Which I can completely get. I can completely understand. But what I keep telling people, the reason those shows, personally for me, turned out trash is because they never had the right people behind the camera. Those are the people that make all of the decisions on the script, the way forward, the story and stuff like that. It's the producers, the executive producers. And what we're lucky to have at this moment in time is Henry as an executive producer, a part of this Amazon Games Workshop link-up. And Henry is well known for sticking to the law. This is one of the reasons why he walked away from the Witcher series. The rumor was because they were going so off book, they were telling stories, making the things up as they go along. He was like, I don't want to be a part of this. Let's just tell the stories that we already have, that the fans already have fallen in love with. So to have someone like that who knows the law, who wants to stick with the law, who wants to produce something at this moment in time, I'm happy to see this go along with Amazon. I'll hold my hands up. I'll be the first one to call this out if it turns out to be absolutely Iron Warrior levels of crap. I absolutely will say this. But for now, I'm not worrying myself. I'm not saying, oh no, they need to cancel it, blah, 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 do all this. No. How many times has this show been cancelled? You know, there's so many YouTube channels said it's got cancelled this week, that week, next week. Even I heard a rumour got cancelled at one point, but I went back at it and said I'm sorry because, you know, it was just a trash rumour at the time. But my main thought now is we've got to get something happening this month. What that is, I have no idea. I know a lot of people have been asking me, have you heard what it is? I've heard a few rumors, and the biggest rumor I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not. Again, rumors are rumors. Take it with copious amounts of bloody salt, is that they wanted to do something around the Scouring. Marines, potentially Primarchs, but the problem with that is that if you jump in at the Scouring, would that be too confusing for new viewers? How would they like sum it up? Would they do something like, I don't know, like the Fellowship of the Ring, where they do like a little prologue, like, you know, 3 rings for the elves and stuff, and sum it up what happened with Horus? I'm not too sure. Would it be better to do an established story that has sold well? We talked about this on stream. If they do something like Cathias Kane, for example, Gaunt's Ghost, Eisenhorn, they know they're great selling series, but they have to then stick with that lore. So would they want to do that, or would they rather just make up their own brand new series of their own brand new lore, etc., and go along that road? But if they do that, then they take a risk, because are people going to like that story? We know people like Eisenhorn, we know people like Gaunt's Ghost, etc., because they're massively award-winning selling books, and people talk about it all the time. So this is the thing, absolutely no idea. There's so many stories to choose from. Perfect thing I think they should start with, and this is going off what I've just seen with Secret Level and stuff, I think they should expand the Secret Level Titus story a little bit more. I know Titus has been shoved down our throats, I've been moaning about him, but a lot of people are connected to Titus at the moment because of the success of Space Marine 2 and that Secret Level episode, and I think if you have the CGI like that, that potentially could be big. But, mate, I would take Eisenhorn in a heartbeat, right? The King in Yellow, maybe that's why it's all been building up to it, and that's why they haven't put the Pandemonium book out, because they want to tell it in the story first and get all that out there. It makes sense if you look at it through that lens. However they do it, I'm going to be excited for it. I can't wait to see if we do get a potential title card on what they're going to do. Surely it's not going to be another announcement of, we're still in production, it's still happening. Like, we've had that now. They have to give us a little something. They have to maybe show like a prop, maybe a bit of a script or something, a title, like I said. They have to give us something to keep this hype, to keep us talking, to inspire us a little bit more, so we're all buzzing for this project. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think it is? Do you think we're going to get something this December or not? Let me know down in the comment section down below, and we'll have a nice little chin wag down there, as we always do. Thank you. See ya. Thanks for coming. See ya. What's going on? Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Mad Monday, mate. I've lost my marbles, right? Have a good one. See you in a bit, and bye-bye.